In the light of the Black Lives Movement, there are certainly a number of issues in Malaysia that bear directly: dislike of dark complexions generally, deaths in custody, antipathy and even mob violence against Africans in a few horrible cases. Yet despite that local context, to some Malaysians, the BLM movement may seem distant, foreign, maybe even subversive to some degree. To the degree it is noticed, it often devolves into shallow and inaccurate comparisons about American racial politics used to win points in internal arguments about the status of Malay people. Are Malays the white people of Malaysia, or are Malays like the black Americans of Malaysia? Without demonstrating much actual empathy or solidarity toward the black struggle itself. But mostly there's an apathy, a sense that what happens to black people out in the world somewhere is not relevant or of interest here at home. So it is with no small surprise that I learned of an excellent lecture the other day that in the 50s and 60s there was a great deal of interest in global black struggles for freedom and independence, and a sense of solidarity between Asian and African countries as fellow nations emerging from colonization. This was the spirit of the Bandung Conference of 1955, which was closely followed by Malaysians who were not yet independent at that time. Enter Usman Awang, the father of modern Malay literature. I confess I began reading and translating his poetry merely as a way of improving my own Malay language skills, without really knowing a thing about him or his body of work. He is in fact an interesting figure. As a national poet laureate, his work forms an indispensable part of this young nation's literary heritage and is taught in school textbooks. Though he died 20 years ago, much about him and his work feels both very countercultural in the Malaysia of today and very relevant in the light of the Black Lives Matter movement resounding around the world. Over the next 10 minutes or so, I'll read 3 of his poems in Malay with my English translation, with a tiny bit of commentary thrown in. As a boy, Usman Awang witnessed his father, a peasant fisherman, publicly humiliated for not wearing the right clothes to a royal event, leading him to an early awareness of issues of class and a lifelong resentment of the feudal aristocracy. Joining the police after World War II, he quit in disgust after 5 years. His scathing poem, Anjing Itu, the dog, reflects policemen as miserable tools of the wealthy and powerful. Here it is with my translation. Anjing itu. Anjing itu kurus kelabu, lidah terjelir, nafas termengah-mengah, menjaga istana tuannya yang gemuk, patuh setia, menerima dan menyerah. Anjing itu sering menyala-nyala, selalunya mendayu-dayu, bukan kerana ada musuh, tetapi minta makanan, perutnya lapar. Tuannya hanya mencampakkan cibis-cibis roti kering. Anjing itu tidak dibebaskan, lehernya dirantai, punca di genggaman tuannya. Anjing itu bila perlu diperah bagi menjaga keselamatan tuannya, menjadi binatang lindungan desakan luar dan himpitan dalam. Begitu rupa nasib anjing itu, kurus kering, dalam semuanya tak cukupan, hanya menanti rahim tuannya. Cibis-cibis roti kering dan tulang-tulang tak berdaging, itulah jadi makanan dan hidup, jadi alat kesenangan manusia jahat memperhambakannya. Siapa anjing? Hanya binatang setia. In English, this would be Usman Awang's The Dog. The dog, gray and skinny, tongue lolling as it pants, guarding the palace of its fat master, stays loyal, accepting, and obedient. The dog, often barking, always growling, not because of an enemy, but to beg food for a hungry belly. Its master only throws crumbs of stale bread. The dog is not let free. Its neck is chained, held in the grasp of its master. The dog, when needed, pressed to guard the safety of its master, a beast sheltered from forces outside and constrictions within. Such appears the dog's fate, skin and bones, in total deprivation, only awaiting its master's mercy, crumbs of stale bread and bones stripped of flesh. Such has become its diet, and such a life, an easy tool for the wicked human that has enslaved it. What is a dog but a loyal beast? Living through the struggle for Malaysian independence, Usman Awang felt solidarity for freedom and independence movements around the world, even within the supposed bastion of freedom itself, the United States of America. After a trip to the U.S. not long after Malaysian independence, His appreciation for the Black American struggle for civil rights inspired him to write several poems that are particularly relevant now. One of them is Salji Hitam, Black Snow. Dedaunan pine diremang bulan merah, berjajar, mengisi sesak kota, bergerak dan bergerak seperti perpohonan di mata Macbeth. Di sini salji lain warna, hitam, hitam, hitam. Warna paling gagah. Itulah warnanya. Tidak gugur dari bintang, bukan turun dari langit, mengalir dari arus sejarah. Tulang-tulang hitam membajai ladang-ladang subur Amerika Makmur. Salji hitam. Hitam, hitam sekali warna. Gaung gemar. We shall overcome. Di selatan, di utara, di mana saja. Mengusapi luka-luka sejarah nenek moyang. Hari ini, sekarang ini, paling gemilang, salji hitam. In English, I put it as Black Snow by Usman Awang. Pine needles under the dark of a red moon, lining up, filling the crowded cities, moving, moving like the trees before Macbeth's eyes. Here, snow is a different color. Black, black, black. The color of greatest strength. That is the color. Not fallen from the stars, nor descending from the skies, flowing from the stream of history. Black. Black bones feeding fertile plantations. American prosperity. Black snow. Black. All colors in black, the echoing call. We shall overcome. In the north, in the south, everywhere. Soothing ancestors' wounds of history today, now. The height of excellence. Black snow. In the next poem, Usman Awang makes a more explicit connection between Black Americans and a Malaysian context. Suara blues, or voice of the blues. Kemilau hitamnya paling indah di sinar bulan di cahaya matahari. Ribuan, ribuan sayap hitam di awan membayangi sebuah istana. Ribuan bayang hitam, suara hitam, dan murka hitam. Dicanang ke seluruh negeri, mana pemburu, mana penembak terpandai, gugurkan sayap-sayap hitam. Kerana hitam, hanya kerana hitamnya, tiada tangan mencapahkan kacang, tiada jari menaburkan jagung. Lapar, lapar yang hitam. Burung hitam telah mereka dengar gema, genta malam. Trompet hitam, jauh, jauh di sana di Afrika. Adalah mereka saudara-saudara tercinta. Suara blues. Berazam, berombak, berkurung, berteriak, berhambaan dari pembinaan tamadun. Dari air mata tulang-tulang putih mereka hanya kerana hitam. Ya, kerana hitamnya. Lapar yang hitam, nasib yang hitam. Dan kini, di sini, tanah air setengah hitam. Pasukan-pasukan penembak diraja, kebilau senapang ciptaan manusia tamadun jauh, jauh datangnya. Made in the USA, made in England. Mana seronok menjadi juara tembak, pertandingan kejohanan pesta gemilang, berebutan sesamanya, berebutan seperti orang lapar, menjatuhkan sayap hitam. Warna yang dibenci, rupa yang dibenci, suara yang dibenci, hitam. Bayang hitam yang dikasihi terbanglah, terbanglah cepat ke hutan. Ada gunung, ada bukit, ada sungai jernih, adalah teman setia. Tiada keseorangan, tiada keseorangan. Di sini terhimpun 1000 kekuatan. Voice of the Blues by Usman Awang. The stunning beauty of their lustrous blackness, under the gleam of the moon, under the light of the sun, thousands, thousands of black wings in the clouds, overshadowing a palace, 1,000 black shadows, black voices, and black rage. Announced across the state, where is the hunter? Where is the expert marksman? Shoot down these black wings, because they are black. Only because of their blackness, no hand throws seeds, no fingers spread corn. Hunger, black hunger. Black birds, already they have heard the echoes, night bells, black trumpets, distant, far away there in Africa, are their beloved brothers. The voice of the blues. Determination undone, caged, wailing, enslavement to the building of a nation from their tears and white bones, only because of blackness. Yes, because of their blackness. Black hunger, black fate. And now here in the half-black homeland, groups of royal marksmen, lustrous rifles made by men of a nation distant, arriving from far away, made in the USA, made in England. What joy to become the winning marksmen, competing at the Grand Championship Festival, jostling amongst themselves, jostling like the starved, to fell the black wings. A hated color, a hated appearance, a hated voice, black. Beloved black shadows, fly, fly away fast to the forest, where mountains and hills and clear streams are loyal friends. Not alone, not alone. Here are gathered 1,000 strengths. MashaAllah. The parallel symbols of the distant sounds of Africa reaching black Americans and the distant weapons of America reaching half-black Malaysia. The last lines with their suggestion of the rainforests of Malaysia as a refuge, full of loyal friends providing shelter and gathering strength for those in need, really is quite remarkable. Usman Awang's perspective of shared humanity and solidarity with black struggle forms a part of Malaysia's intellectual heritage that it would be timely to recover. Perhaps one small way to recover that sense of solidarity is to absorb into Malaysia more of the intellectual and cultural works of black people. One effort caught my eye yesterday. Buku Fiksi, a local book publisher, held a contest to translate the famous poem Harlem by Langston Hughes into Bahasa Malaysia. Here's the original. Harlem by Langston Hughes. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun? Or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat? Or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load? Or does it explode? Translating into Malay is far beyond my abilities, so I appreciated the efforts of others. Here is my favorite translation by Sister Nedo Khan, with her permission. Apakah nasib mimpi yang tertangguh, mengecut bagai anggur di tengah ladang, bernanah bagai luka terlepas pandang, membusuk bagai daging bercerai tulang, melekit bagai gula yang manisnya hilang. Mungkin juga beratnya menyembah bumi, atau kita tunggu ledakannya nanti. MashaAllah. As local discourse seems to grow ever more parochial and inward-looking here in Malaysia, increasingly distant from questions of global justice or universal moral or Islamic values, I hope more of us can reflect on the spirit and ethos of the pioneers of independent Malaysia, like Usman Awang. Salam hormat.